It's week 6 of the Creative Voids video series. This entire week has been a wet, sloggy mess. Like, just as a whole, the last 3 or 4 days, it has not stopped raining. Here's why this is a bad thing. It's raining, right? Well, the other night, it was thunderstorming, boom, crack, lightning. It hasn't done that for a while that much. I mean, it's rained, but it hasn't, like, thunderstormed and, you know, lightning and everything. I couldn't sleep anyway. I don't even think it was because of the story. It was just one of those, like, I knew I had to get up, and I had off the day before, I think. So I just kept kind of waking up. 3 a.m., there was some kind of crack, like a loud, you know, just really loud. But I wasn't really awake, so I heard it, felt it, but I kind of sort of disregarded it. I kind of thought maybe it was, you know, something had fallen on the roof. I don't know. That's happened before. Branches have fallen on the roof, and it's not been a big deal. But this was like chunks of a tree. Just chunks of a tree. A big chunk of it smacked and knocked off the side railing to our steps to the back porch. And apparently, after I got up, I tried to go back to sleep, and then go to work again later, like 2 hours after that, really. I didn't, again, still didn't really sleep all that much after that. My mom sent a picture of the whole little, like, tent thing. I think I filmed it in, like, my first video, the B-roll thing I did. That whole thing flipped over, well, you know, at some point during the day, during the rest of the gusts of wind. It's just still going on, and it's not, like, been that heavy, but it's just the rain's been consistent, and I didn't film yesterday because we had to drop my dad off at the airport. He's, you know, got some stuff to do, and he's coming back tomorrow. And we were just kind of hanging out, going to some of the big box stores or something. My mom had to go do some stuff. I could have stayed home and done a video or something, and, you know, film some shots. I could have done something like that, but I don't get a whole lot of time anymore, like, times just to hang out. We actually went into the one store, and they had a greeter there, and I don't know her name. I don't know if she told us her name, actually. Growing up, we were always kind of, you know, we were with our mom. She was always wanting to talk to other people, and not just to talk, but, you know, she really has a heart for other people, and wants to, you know, sometimes people just want to talk, and you can be the person to listen. And we'll sit there and we'll be kicking our shoes, and I think that's where my imagination really kind of took off, is because I couldn't wander away, because then I would be bad, you know, just disappearing off. And I'm sure I do that, obviously, at times, even today. Like, where did AJ go? Like, just off looking at this thing around the corner. I'll be right back. Like now it's okay, because I'm adult. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm with them. But we did that all the time growing up, and, you know, she was always talking to somebody at the store, or somebody who worked there that she sees all the time. And we were just kind of just taking the time just to talk to her a little bit. It was fun. This lady, she pointed out while we were talking, she's like, people have kind of lost that kind of human connection. It's so easy to get lost in what you're doing and what you're working towards, or whatever it might be. It was somebody on Twitter I came across. It was a guy talking at a graduation or some kind of ceremony like that. And he was talking about setting really strong short-term goals, things that, you know, so that way you could see those little things that, like, she called it a shiny little thing in the corner of your peripheral vision that, you know, is the next thing you want to try and work towards and work really hard at and stuff, instead of spending all your time thinking of these long-term goals where you're missing all this stuff that's kind of all these opportunities and things that are kind of passing by you. I feel like in a lot of ways that's what we've been taught growing up. There's people all around you. I mean, it's not like you have to stop and talk to every single person at any given point during the day, but sometimes things lend themselves into a conversation. It's what we've always kind of done, you know. I feel like on a good level, we understand the importance of connecting with people like that and spending time with them and just having that human interaction with whoever, and, you know, and being empathetic and just having those moments, I think, are really important. I don't want to get too deep here, but I just, you know, I really believe in that connection with people and spending the time, and I'm trying to be better about it and more consistent about it, because I do it, but I want to be a little bit more intentional with it, stepping outside of kind of, I guess, my comfort zone and the level of it that I've been at for some time, I guess.
so I was going a bit grey, and but more seriously, I had plans of going in the direction of Des Lynam. I always like that.
It's kind of crazy to see all this stuff out here. Figured I'd come and film a little bit of it because it just seems like not that much. I mean, obviously, this whole thing could be demolished right now. We would have no place to live at the moment. I mean, it could be that bad, so it's not. It does kind of remind you of how thankful, like for me, how thankful I should be that I do have a place, and we do have a place where we can be sheltered from rain and thunder and lightning and all that kind of stuff. And this thing has been here for as long as we've been here, this tree. 15 years. I mean, it's been here a lot longer than that, of course, but it's just always been here in the yard. We used to hang a tire swing from this tree. That was a while ago. That was a long while ago. So I mean, I get how it's getting up there in age, and it's been so soggy, wet, and rainy. Like I said, for a while now. It's been at least a good week or two straight of just this kind of weather. It feels like they're getting like soggy, like a lot of the dead parts of the tree are just starting to, you know, crackle, and you know, when that wind, that heavy wind came through, just tore these things, and anything that was debris that was kind of up in the tree that was ready to fall, it just fell. It is a little frustrating, I know, for my parents, I'm sure, because they just restained the deck, sanded everything down, and we all helped to try to clean it up and everything. And the roof, we just patched up the roof. My dad spent a lot of time, and I spent lugging the shingles up onto the roof to touch up spots and do all that kind of stuff to fix it up, all the issues. And that whole awning we had underneath, on top of the porch there, we built and rebuilt. My dad and my brother put all the beams on there. We helped get everything aligned. I helped do the shingles and stuff up top, and that's okay. I think some of the roofing and shingles up top are what's gonna need to be fixed and all that, but at least that's fine. But you know what I'm saying, it could have been a lot worse. It's just, you know, we put all this effort into trying to fix things up, especially on the outside, and then this happens and we have to do it again, to patch it up again. It just kind of feels like an extra step, but you know, it's life happens. You know, this kind of stuff happens. Isn't that the saying? It's what, probably word for word what a lot of people have said, but you know, I mean, we're all right. Could have been worse. But I guess if there's a lesson for today, or for this week, it would be to appreciate what you do have. You know, things happen and stuff happens, but we still have a roof over our head. We have cars to drive, food to eat, you know, jobs, ways to make money to pay for those said things. So, I mean, we're all right.